from the betting markets, we can see that Clinton has fallen from nearly 80% to mid to low 60s, like the probability of her winning the election. Now, so far, the best method that I had to predict the election was from this article. And the links are all in the description below the video. So basically, the S&P 500 has correctly predicted 19 of 22 elections since 1928. So, that's nearly 100 years, and it's correct 86% of the time, which is the best that I'd come across. And if you look at the S&P, 3 months before the election, the price was 2186.1. And this is below that. And the trend is down. So at the moment, it looks like a Trump victory. If we're going with the S&P as our indicator, and it's the best one that I know of. And if you know others, please put them in the comments below the video. I can look into that. But I found something better. I've mentioned several times that I wanted to look at the swing states. Talking about, okay, so the polls are getting closer and all this kind of stuff. But basically, you've got two blocks which will always vote, which don't change very often. So at the end of the day, those swing states are going to determine who the next president is going to be. And so I wanted to pay attention to that. So maybe it looks on the overall level that there's only a couple of percent difference between the candidates. But that's not how the election is run. So, you could maybe win California with 90% of the vote. But that doesn't matter. It has a certain number of electoral votes. Then I went, hold on a minute. I heard about, and I'm sure you probably know this better. Again, I'm not an American citizen. I don't follow US politics particularly. So I didn't know this. But it turns out that Ohio, which is one of the swing states, is known as a bellwether. Looking through the electoral records from 1896 to 2012, so an even longer period than the S&P method, which has been the best that I was aware of, and that's correct 86% of the time. Ohio has won 28 out of 30. So whichever way Ohio votes, that's the way the country votes. And that's been correct 93% of the time. So really, if I just look at Ohio, that's my best predictor. And from just this page, and again I'll put the link to this page in the description below the video, New Mexico is also top of the class. So then, just go into Google and type, Ohio poll. And what do I find? Thumbs up from Trump. Trump leads Clinton by 5 points in Ohio. That's massive. Again, there's time to go. We're going to have the debates and all that kind of stuff. Today, Trump is in the lead, and not by 1 point. That's above statistical error. I mean, I'd expect the error to maybe be 2-3%. So the best indicator is suggesting Trump will be president. And what was my previous best, just following the S&P, that is also suggesting Trump is going to be president. If that is the case, I might not hedge particularly. I mean, then if the best signals are saying that Trump should win, yet the betting markets are giving me this kind of payout, I might actually consider adding to my Trump position rather than hedging it. That's in a couple of months, so we'll see.